Do you feel as if you're not able to find the right brushes for your makeup? Do you feel as though brushes are so complicated and so many? Do you see all these brushes and just give up and say, maybe this makeup thing is actually not for me? Do you feel... Okay, I just ran out of do you questions. I was trying to be deep, guys. I was trying to be deep and end like, if you answered yes to all these questions, then this video is for you. But it backfired. So, yeah. Hey guys! How are you guys doing? What do you guys think about my new background? It looks posh. The lights, these are actually the lights we used on our Christmas tree during Christmas. And I looked at them and I was like, we can do something with this. And here it is. If you guys like my new background, let me know in the comments down below. I think it's pretty cute. Okay, so today's video is an interesting one and a totally helpful one. It's a beginner's guide to brushes. Makeup brushes seem extremely complicated. You know, they're like 500 brushes. Oh, they're two for eyebrows. What is going on with me today? Okay, Joanna, let's go. I am here to tell you guys that brushes are actually not that complicated. They're really not that complicated. And to start with, you really just need a few brushes, basic brushes. Leave the rest of the brushes to the makeup artists out there. They are the ones who need all those. They're the ones who need all those brushes. You, if you're just wearing daily makeup or even sometimes fancy makeup, you really just need these brushes that I'm going to share with you. So if you want to know the brushes you need to get, then I guess you're gonna have to stay tuned. So I'm gonna divide the brushes into just about 2 sections. Don't get scared when I've said I'm dividing the brushes into 2 sections. No, that doesn't mean they're like 100 brushes. No. So I'm going to do brushes for the face and brushes for the eyes. So I'm gonna start with the brushes for the face. Okay, so what do you do on your face? Basically, you put foundation, you put powder, you put blush, right? I think those are the 3 basic things. So basically, I'm telling you what brushes you need to do those 3 basic things, and here we go. So okay, let me say something first. I'm not going to really talk much about the brands of the brushes. You know why? Because I'm gonna tell you the basic structure of the brush, and then you go out there and the brush you find matching that structure, you buy. Because at the end of the day, it's not actually all about brands. It's actually all about what you can do with that brush you've bought. Just don't buy a paintbrush. That's 1. And 2, don't buy something overly cheap where, you know, the hairs will just be falling off your brush left, right and center. No, buy something at least you feel is quality. I think you can touch a brush and know something good. So let's get into it. So for foundation, I usually use this kind of a brush. This is a flat top brush and it's quite thick, quite dense. Yeah, just by touching it like that, you can feel it's dense. It has a lot of hair. So you basically just put your product here, your foundation, or at the back of your hand, you know, and then you dab it all over your face with this flat brush. I think that's why it's flat. Dab it all over the face, and then to blend it in with the same brush, you use circular motions, clockwise, anti-clockwise, clockwise, anti-clockwise, clockwise, anti-clockwise, and clockwise. I think you guys get the gist. Yeah, so this is a really good foundation brush. Yeah, so next, after foundation, typically you go in with a powder, right, to set your foundation. So the brush you need for that is a powder brush. Now powder brushes are just these huge fluffy brushes that feel amazing on the skin. Like I can literally have someone come with a powder brush and just do this all day, every day. So it's big, it's fluffy. Yeah, so you basically put this into your powder and you just dab it all over your face, press in the powder to set your foundation. Now an alternative or a complementary brush to this one is this one. Now this has the same concept. Basically it's also very thick or dense. I think the word is dense. So but then the difference is it's angled. So this kind of brush is what can really help you to get into those areas where this big brush won't get into. So I'm talking about right here under the eyes. You see the angle, it's able to get right under the eyes, right? It's really able to get in there. So this is an angled powder brush. But if you get this only, please don't despair. You don't need to have both. If you have this, work with this. If you have this, work with this. You don't need both. After that, we have a blush. A blush. Sorry, that's a bit difficult for me to say. A blush brush. I think you guys get the point. So this brush basically has long bristles and then it has like a dome shape on the top, right? So this is really good for blush. Yes. So you just dip this into your blush and you just apply, right? Simple. Now this brush can also double up as a contouring brush. Okay, so if you're contouring your face, you can use this. You just get your product on there or onto your cheekbone, below your cheekbone, and you just work that in using this brush. So you basically need these brushes. Okay, these are not many brushes to ask for, are they? They're really not, and I've tried to make it very simple for you guys. So now we can do the brushes for the eyes. I hope we are together up to this point, and I hope you guys can already see that brushes are really not that difficult. Yeah. So now when it comes to eyes, we're talking about your eyebrows and your eyeshadow basically, right? So the first brush that you need is this one. This is called a spoolie brush. This is basically what you're gonna use for, you know, brushing your eyebrows. But if you can't get this brush, I have good news for you. This brush is exactly like a mascara wand brush. Mascara. Okay, yeah, it's exactly like this thing right here. So if you have any old mascaras, take this out, wash it thoroughly, and it can be your spoolie. Cool. Now this is the most basic eyeshadow brush. I hope you guys can see it well. It's basically a long bristled brush with a dome. It's kind of like the blush brush, but a small version for the eyes. So long bristles and a dome. Now this is the most essential eyeshadow brush. If you have this brush and no other brush, you're good to go. I promise. If you have this brush, because I think I have to say it again, and no other brush, you're good to go. So this brush can basically do anything to do with eyeshadow. You can put your lid shade, you can use it to pack on your lid shade. Yeah, you can use it for your brow bone highlight, which has just made me remember that I haven't put a brow bone highlight today. I had to, you guys, like I just had to. Okay, yes. Now we can continue. Where were we? Yes, this brush can do anything. Like I said, you can use it on your lid for your lid shade. You can use it for your brow bone highlight, which is what I have just done. You can use this for any shadows you're putting in your crease. You can basically use this for every single eyeshadow process. So yes, if you get no other brush, get this brush. Okay, so again, long bristles with a little dome on the top. Next brush. Now if you wanna just go another mile and buy other brushes other than that one, which is the main one, you can go for these two. These are basically fluffy brushes. They're also quite dense. It's like a powder brush, but a mini version of the powder brush. So these are quite dense. The difference between these two, because I'm sure someone is like why does she have to show us two brushes? Like, one is enough, girl. This one is angled, yeah, and this one is not. So the angled one, I think, is just to get those areas where this one might not be able to get. And these two brushes are basically just for your crease shade. This are great for that. So you just work in your crease shade into your crease, you know, so they're really great for that. Okay, this is also a good brush to have, but again, the other original brush, the main one, can do what this one can do, which is just for your lid shade, to pack on your eyeshadow onto your lid. So this is just for packing on. So it's flat, you can't use it anywhere else on your eye, you can't use it for your crease, or so this one's basically just for your lid. So it's a flat brush, it's really just flat, right? Okay guys, you know, I'm actually looking here for another brush, but there's none. You know why? Because I'm done. Like, that's it. Those are the basic brushes you need. How few are those? How few are those? Now I know many of you are gonna ask me, yeah, you're not talking about brands. Okay, yeah, that's great and all, but where did you buy your brushes? So I got this with the silver. They came in a set of about 22 brushes, and I got them at Beauty Options, which is in town in the CBD for those of you in Kenya. And these with the gold that are really cute. I got these also at Beauty Options, but in a set of about 12. Okay, so I hope this breakdown or rundown has made you feel a bit more confident about makeup brushes. And I hope you're sitting there thinking, kumbe, it's actually not that complicated. Yes, it's really not. So now you can go forth and buy your own makeup brushes. And now you know exactly what to get. Yes. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you stopping by to watch this video. If you like it, you know what to do. Thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, I go on and on about this on my social media, on my videos. Subscribe, just do it, you know. And if you have a comment, maybe if you have a funny brush that you bought and you don't know what it's for, leave me a comment and maybe I can help you in figuring out what it's for. Otherwise, again, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah! Bye!